Hey everybody, welcome to week 5 of the course here last week, and got a little scenery here for you. So my topic this week, real quick, I'll keep it short, is about time. Time, or the theft of time, is something that we all experience, whether we realize it or not. Uh, Depending on how we work our day, how we schedule ourselves, we're basically stealing time from our own futures. Every time we put something off and do it tomorrow, well, that's time tomorrow we don't have, because we've already, I guess, pre-scheduled it to eliminate it from our lives, or whatever, however you want to think about it. But you can never make up the time you lost. The things you put off today, the time you waste a day on something, or you didn't do something, you can never make it up. So I guess that's my point. I use a cigarette example, and I'm not picking on cigarette smokers. I'm just using this as an example on how to illustrate, how we use time or misuse time. So the example I got here is about, the average smoker smokes a pack a day, 20 cigarettes in the course of 18 hours, 20 cigarettes, and every time someone goes on a cigarette break, they're out there for 10 or even 15 minutes. So, you multiply that, that's 3.5 hours, 4 hours a day. You multiply that by 7 days in a week, you're talking about 24 hours a week. Or in a month, you're talking about 98 hours, almost 100 hours. So I got in the bottom here, that's like, if someone working a 40-hour week, you've put in 2 full weeks of work into just smoking. That's time you never get back. And that's time you could be doing something else. And the point of this example, it's not about the cigarettes. It's about time spent on the cigarette. Or so, and analogy is time spent on something else that you could be doing something more with your time. And that's basically the point. You can never get time back. Back in my early Army days or mid-career, there was somebody I knew, and I stopped at his apartment one night, and I noticed he didn't have a television, a TV, or anything. He says, "Why don't you have TV?" He says, "Because his opinion was it's a waste of time. The time I'm spending watching these TV shows, I could be learning something or doing something." And at the time, I didn't particularly agree with him, but years later, it's like, he might have had a good point. So anyway, how you handle the time is the problem. We have to have schedules so we can get things done the way we need to get them done. And school is part of that. School is not something extra. If any of you were in the undergrad courses with me, that was one of my things I used to harp on all the time is, school ain't something you're supposed to do Sunday night. It's something you're supposed to do every day. And, you're cheating yourself, and you're cheating your future if you're not doing it that way, because you're not learning everything you need to be learning, so that when you have this MBA, you move on and you're supposed to share the knowledge you've learned with somebody, and you don't have the knowledge because you didn't put the time in to gain the knowledge. So school is part of your day, part of your life. You gotta love the time you have. Don't waste the gift of time that you've got. Be stronger than your excuses. Stop wasting time with excuses, whether it be to other people or to yourself. If we believe our own excuses, then we're just cheating ourselves. So stop letting the distractions in life, get in your way. Stop using distractions as an excuse for not getting things done. And I use the military analogy here, and you may have seen that. You may have seen this a version of this presentation before, but in the Army, I used to jump out of airplanes. So this thing here is one of the commands to get ready to jump out of the airplane, stand at the door, and the thing here about time. Once the green light goes on, you're not thinking, you go. There is no hesitation. There is no delay. That aircraft would typically have 60 paratroopers in it, and they've got 30 seconds to get everybody out. So if you don't get everybody out, then you've messed up, and the red light comes on, and if there's somebody left on the airplane, well, that person's stuck on the airplane. My point is time. You got to use the time you have, use it efficiently, effectively, and don't waste it. You have the time, you got to take control of it, whatever your situation is. And, time is not in charge of you, all right? You are in charge of your own time. And that's the the message. All right. So don't give up, and don't give up on your dreams. Stay focused. Take charge of your time. Okay. So that's that part. Let's get in real quick to the course here. And okay, so last week here you got four chapters left. We got chapter on team leading, motivating, communicating, and networking. All right, so all these things tie into things. And if these are things you're not doing or familiar with in your own situation, being MBA grads, MBA grads are typically going to be running something. You're going to be managing an office, a group of people, a business. It might be your own business, and if that's the case, most businesses you have people that work for you and different things. So all these things in here they interact. All right. Last week here, so let's scroll down here real quick. Again, the discussion's great as always. You got your presentations. If you can do the survey when you're done, because we make changes. I'm making changes every month on something in one of these courses. And one of the ways we find out what needs to be changed is by feedback. So if there's something in there that you found a mistake in, whether it be on a quiz or something, or just something you think might be a good idea, let us know, positive or negative. And then that way we get things taken care of. So like I said, discussion's great. Homeworks, if you got questions, some of you sent me questions about different assignments, make sure you do that, and I'll try and get back to you pretty quick. And if you got any questions, final exam is a multiple choice thing, and you get one attempt on that, and then you got your project. So if you got anything, get in touch. Don't procrastinate and wait to the last minute. And let me see what else here. And with that, I will probably all right, and my test question. Here's a test question. So what are the grandkids doing? Alrighty, so with that, I will let you go. Have a great week. Get in touch with me if you need anything. And that'll do it, everybody. Take care.